Please remember that all the opinions in the show are those of the host and should only be taken as food for thought. We're in no way telling you to do anything. Everything is kept anonymous for the safety of the listeners and no information is shared to anyone else. If you are easily offended by people's opinions or views, then thank you for making it this far, but this is not the podcast for you, so see you later. And please enjoy the rest of the show. I love this show, guys. You always find a way to come out with the most random things. I think Dan does. Thanks very much. It's one of my many gifts I bring to this podcast.
Hey, I bring the real world problems. I bring Tesco issues.
Oh,
I
your
bring
new TV show come out on Netflix.
Dog issues.
Jamie's 24 hours in Tesco. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. I was like, I've got to text Jay.
I can't go into a shop without starting a row.
This fucking makes me laugh.
They were like, we were going to pick up, like the little travel things from that, like, Charlotte needs this particular shampoo because we were there for 10 days and the one in the hotel won't be good enough. So we're in there looking for this fucking shampoo. I'm not in a good mood anyway, because this is after Rocco's, and she's cried at me and Rocco's attacked himself and everything's going haywire. I said to Rocco, we're leaving you here, we put the cone on his head, and then we went out, yeah? So we didn't speak all the way there, we're in pure silence, yeah? I walk into Tesco's, I'm standing at the miniatures. It's one bay, yeah, of all these miniatures looking at everything. A woman reaches across the front of my face and picks up something on the left-hand side of me. And I'm just like, I thought, right, okay. Just accept that she's invaded my fucking space. Then she does it twice more. And I just goes, okay then. And I just walk away really dramatically. Then Charlotte, she goes, oh, what's wrong with him, to Charlotte? And Charlotte just stands there and looks at her. I just think, you fucking just wait 5 minutes, you stupid bitch.
I don't know why people do that at work. Like, I'll be going in my locker and then they'll walk in front of me to go to the left side.
It's like they want to fight you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of them I think do. There's this one guy that keeps knocking me with his bag. And I think myself, you don't want to take it off, no? There's a guy I was watching putting his overalls on with his bag still on his back.
Yeah.
I'm
These people shouldn't be allowed to work, Dan.
Don't even get me. Right. So I moved to Ireland a few years ago for a woman. It never worked out, but I made some good friends here, some of which are like family to me. But now my relationship is over, my parents and siblings back home want me to move home. They think me staying in Ireland gives me a sense of false hope of getting back with my ex. It's a short plane journey away, so I could still visit my friends here, but I really don't know if I want to move back to Birmingham in the UK. If I do it to please my parents and family, what if I end up hating it? What do you guys think? I would say Ireland is much better than fucking Birmingham.
Birmingham's a shithole. Sorry.
I'm glad you said that before I did, yeah. It is. Yeah.
Birmingham's like Luton on a larger scale. If you're happy, like you've done pretty much what Dan done, like going to Ireland or going to Scotland, it's like you're going to like a slower life because you're outside of the city. It's a lot more chilled out. People say hello to you. When you're in cities or like big towns like Luton and stuff like that, you don't get that style of life. So I think going back to a city after being out in the sticks and enjoying it, some people wouldn't enjoy moving out that far. I don't think it's worth it. If I could move to Ireland tomorrow and be a functional in a job and stuff, I probably would. Why not?
Yeah. At the end of the day, you got to live your own life, right? Like, yeah, you moved to Ireland for the woman, but if you're happy your own there, friends. If you've made a life there, you don't have to move back with them. They just assume, obviously, they want you near. But
I think it would be different if your mum's ill or there's some kind of like reason to be back.
Mm.
But if you're just moving back because people expect you to come back because your relationship broke down, that's not necessarily how things work.
No, no, not at all. And then you say about it's a short journey to see your friends. Well, that works both ways, right? Like it's only a short journey to Birmingham
Mm.
to see them. So
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
the? And I bet you, I know the it's not great in Ireland for like jobs, but it's not much better in Birmingham.
No, well, depending on what you work as, but I can't imagine it's much better than.
I'd much rather be in Ireland, man. The food is much better over there.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. The time we spent in Birmingham last year, there was some good places.
Oh yeah, but that's because we were in. Me and you were
We
like
were
big
in,
Asian food, and then we were in Chinatown, weren't we?
yeah, yeah. So it was like perfectly spaced for us. But
Yeah, yeah. All the
I
sushi
don't
and
know,
fucking
man.
everything everywhere.
I think if you're enjoying life where you are, stay there.
Yeah, I don't see like I get where they're coming from with the false hope thing, but then obviously you're the one living there. They're only seeing and hearing what you're telling them.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, from my point of view, yeah, it would be like, oh, well, you're staying there because you're hoping to get back. So it's not an unreasonable
Assumption to
assumption.
make. Yeah.
Because my ex is still up here. I assumed that she would go back down south, but she'd made herself a life up here. And
Especially considering she's got a boy, you would have thought she was gone back down.
yeah, but I think in a way she probably was happy not to have him.
Yeah, true.
But but yeah, that's just the way your life works out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that sometimes moves like that could be make the person as well. Like at, in Luton, you wasn't happy, especially towards the end. You moving like improved your life outside of work and stuff much more. Like you
Mm,
were much more happier where you are. And sometimes people are making that choice to move for a relationship, say, but that relationship breaking down doesn't mean that it needs to end. Do you know what I mean?
mm.
You just stay where you are, but you go your separate ways.
Yeah, it's just like a fresh start, right? Like you have
Mm,
different opportunities and different things like that.
mm.
I personally would just stay. I think Ireland's a really nice. I've never been, so it's a really hypocritical thing to say, but like the people are a fucking joke. Like they're so funny. The
Mm-hmm.
food is great because I make a lot of I make a really good. Well, me and Sabina make a really good Irish stew. Yeah, I mean, and then obviously you got Guinness over there. Can't beat that. Got some good whiskies. We've got some great fucking scenery and stuff like that. To me, it's like Scotland, right? And like Jamie says, like it's peaceful. Like I sort of how I have had it in my head. Like, if you ever watch the adverts and stuff like that, just imagine like little pockets of villages. Everyone's having a fucking bit of a banter and a laugh. Everyone's getting on with their work, and you're just living life, right? Whereas in Birmingham, you're just constantly battling everyone.
Well, the way I see, especially like even Edinburgh to where I am, is like for especially for the Americans, they're thinking we're fucking talking about 6 hours journey, which is like nothing to them.
Mm,
But the level of um, pushiness and stuff you get from working in cities and staying in cities and stuff, um, and busyness that I'm used to, like every time you come down, you talk about uh,
traffic.
traffic and stuff like that, and that's
Fuck
because you're
that.
not used to it anymore. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where when I go up there, I remember you complaining we were behind 3 cars at a temporary traffic light, and you're like, "Oh, the traffic's so bad today." I was just looking at you thinking, "I would be. This is like a minor setback."
Yeah.
So yeah, you get used to. I think you definitely do get used to um, like a different tempo to life, if you know
Mm.
what I mean. And I think if that's what you're happy with, to go with it. I think as I get older, I might go further out of town. Charlotte's already trying to talk to me about moving further out of Hemel, but I don't know. It's the way you are, and if you're happy where you are, stay where you are.
Yeah, yeah. I think if it really is causing problems in your family, you could do. We normally suggest like time frames and things like that,
Mm.
and just say like, I want some time here. give like I'm gonna be here for a year at least, just to see if I can make something, like, because I don't know what the housing market, like for me when I moved up here, the housing market was cheaper. I would never have been able to live on my own down south, like it just would have been impossible.
Yeah.
So like for me there was more opportunities up here, sorry. So things like that. But yeah, like if they're being funny about it, which is your fucking life, they shouldn't be, I would just be like, look, I'm going to try it for a year, see how I go. If you make a really good sort of life for yourself there, and they see that, and have they ever been to visit you? Because they might come over and be like, actually, it's really nice over here.
Mm. It's not like, as well, you got to think, like, it would be a totally different answer from me, especially if he was in like Australia or something, because that is, you're seeing each other maybe once a year.
Mm.
Like a plane journey to Ireland's like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And it costs like 30 quid.
Yeah.
So
especially if you've got somewhere to stay.
Mm.
You know what
Cheap.
I mean? Yeah. So good luck. Fuck the woman. She fucked off somewhere else. I don't know what she did.
Yeah.
Bugger her. But hopefully you get on all right and enjoy yourself. And if me and Jay are over in Ireland, you can buy us a pint. You know what I mean? Not a Guinness though. That made me bloated. Jay doesn't care, but I care.
He can eat 8 rolls that he's made, but he can't drink a pint of Guinness.
you're like, we'd be going to like the pub, and you'd be like, "Where's Dad?" And I'll just run into a bakery. I'm like, "Can I help? Like, how to do that? Can I have some of your sourdough starter so I can take it on the plane with me?"